So welcome guys. This is code to use, and I'm your instructor Will. So this is a tutorial I just developed myself, and I'm going to show you how to make this in a short period of time now. But before that, welcome to my channel newly. You're new to my channel, you can come to my channel. You can subscribe to my channel to get videos, tutorial videos on HTML and CSS. And you can also watch my animation series, because this is coming from the animation series. So I've done a series of animation tutorial past now. You can just click on the link below, check the description, see the link to the animation series. So you can watch that and come and practice this. So this is a very Preloader. You can use this. This is used by Facebook also. So I'll be showing you how to make this in a few minutes from now. So thank you and sit back. Yeah, so guys, we're on the HTML page now. So this is my Visual Studio Code Editor. So I'll be showing you my code editor now how to do this. Just follow me through now. Now I'll be using the button as the icon for the loading. So you can decide to use anything as long as you can make it round. So you can check out the videos in animation. I'll show you how to make an object round using the animation. Use the animation. So yeah, we're going to centralize the elements, centralize the circle. So I'm going to use the center. So I'm going to use the center. So now in the center, I'm going to be creating 4 buttons. As this HTML part is going to have the 4 buttons. So I'm using them as button. I'm not using them as div, or I'm not using them as circle. I'm using them as buttons. So I'm going to show you how to do that now. So I'm going to create the buttons. Button. So I can give it an ID of button 1. So I call this button 1. So I'm going to close this now. Then I'm going to duplicate this in 4 places. That is, I'm going to have 4 buttons for the loading bar. So I'm going to have this as button 2. So that is button 2. And I'm going to have button 3 and button 4 for the loading part. So I have button 3. Sorry about that, button 3. And lastly, I have the 4th button, that is button 4. So what is left now is now to go to our CSS pattern and make sure the animation looks good and the color and everything, make sure it comes to life. So let's get right into the animation part of the CSS. So guys, we're in the CSS part now. So we designed the CSS part of the Preloader. So let's get right into it. First, we'll design the body. So we're designing the body first of all. So we're starting with the body. So we're designing the body. So we'll give the body a background color. Let's see, a background color of. So I've copied the RGB code for the background color. So you can just copy this and use it in your code. So I gave it RGB value 0 for the red. So 162 for the green, and 255 for the green. So that's it for the body. So moving on now, we're going to give the button, design the button itself. So that is for the general button now. We give the general button their properties. So for the general button now, it's going to have a margin. That is, we want to make sure they are in the center. We're making sure they are centralized in our web page. So 25%, that is up and down 25%. Then auto for the left and right. That is to centralize an element. You make this the left and right auto. Then we want to set the background color. The background color for this, as we have an S code for that. So I'm going to use the S code that I have copied down here for you. So we have E7FEFF for the S code. So this is almost white, but not really white, but close to being white. So we're using that. Then we give the work a padding, that is the spacing between the buttons, a padding of 20 pixels. Then we set the display for the buttons, because we don't want them to be arranged. We don't want to be arranged in a vertical row, but in a horizontal manner. So we give them a display value of inline block. Inline block. Yeah, that is inline block, the first one. Then we set the border radius. So we have the border radius So we set the border. Let's see. Okay, there's an error here. We have the border BODER. So we have the border radius as 50%. That is to make it circular. Sorry about that. Or 50%. That is to make it round. So 50% makes it round. So next thing we have there is I'm coming. So we have this. So we have border radius now. So after that, we can deal with the border itself. So the border here we have. On the border here, we have the border itself. We have it as 2 pixels solid for each of the button. 2 pixels solid and the same color for the background color is what we're going to be used. So let's copy that and just paste that here, and we have that written up. So next is to design each of the buttons separately. So we're going to deal with the buttons themselves separately, that's distinctively. So this one is for the animation part of the button. So we're going to be designing that now. So we have button, then following the ID of button 1. So we're designing the ID for button 1. So we're giving the background color. So this is when the transition happens. This is when the transition occurs. Then the colors need to change and the buttons need to flow among themselves. So this is what happens when the buttons get to just the first one. So when the first button is in action, this is what happens. So I'm going to add what is going to happen there when the animation gets to the first button. So we have background color as darker blue. So we have darker blue. Yeah, we have just that. We have darker blue as the this thing. Then we have the border. We have the border. Okay. We have the border. The border has 2 pixels solid and same color for the darker blue. So we have darker blue. Then we have the animation part now. So we have animation. So the animation name here is going to be loader, and it's going to run for just half a second. So that is running for half a second. Then we have the animation iteration count. So you can check this out in my animation tutorial. The link is in the description, so you can just click on it and watch the series just 1 to 6. You can watch that and to give you a full details and a full lesson of, a full idea of what I'm talking about right now. So the animation iteration count is how many times the animation will repeat itself. So I'm going to set it to infinite. That is, animation should continue indefinitely. So we have animation iteration count as indefinite. Then we have animation timing function. This is the timing function for the animation. So animation timing function now. So I'm going to be using linear. That means the speed is going to be linear. So we have a linear speed for the animation. That is, doesn't go too fast and doesn't go too slow. The speed is going to be linear. Then we have animation direction here. Animation direction here is going to be it's going to be forward. That means we are moving animation from the first action to the last action. So I have that as forwards. So animation here is forwards. Then we have animation delay. So animation delay, yeah, this part now, I'm going to tell you something about this part. So what happened here is this. Animation delay. So what happened here is this. The button moving, the speed with which the button moves, that is linearly. That means there's a delay at the second button. That means the first button has a delay of 0. Yeah, as you can see on the screen, your screen now says animation delay of 0. So when it gets to the second button, you're going to give it a kind of a delay so that the animation of the first one runs through before the animation of the second one. So this delay will help us to pause some animation while some is running through. That is why we have that effect of the loader that looks like the Facebook loader, like you know. So this animation delay helps us to run the animation before the other. So it helps us to run the animation before the other. So let's work on the keyframes now. So before we duplicate and work on the other buttons. So this part of the CSS now. So we're going to work on the keyframe now. So we have the add keyframes. Then you know the name of the loader is what we're going to use name of the animation rather is what I'm going to use. So the animation name here is loader. So I'm making use of the name loader. So we know at 0%, what happened is that we should have a background color. Background color of white. And the border. And the border should also have a background color of white. That is for the start. 2 pixels solid, white. So this is for the start. So the buttons have a background color of white, border of white. Then what happens when the animation runs through? That is, they begin to have the color of the background. That is darker blue. So at 100%, we no longer have a background color. Rather, we have a background color of, you have darker blue. You have darker blue for each of them, and the border also 2 pixels solid, same darker blue. So you can check out my tutorial on the border also. So I have animations on the border, you can check it out. It talks about the border. So I haven't done this now. What I need to do now is work on the buttons. That is, just duplicate this and change it to button 2 and change the animation delay also. So I'm going to have this, I'm going to copy this down to the keyframe. So copy this now. I'm going to adjust this and paste it down here. So I'm going to have this as button 2. Then animation delay here is going to be 0.1. That is a milliseconds delay. That is a milliseconds delay before the next animation. So same thing here. Then I'm going to duplicate it for the animation 3 also, for the button 3. So the same thing for the third button. Then this is going to have a delay of 0.2. So that is a 2 millisecond delay. Then the fourth button is going to have the same thing. Then we'll run the code and see what it gives to us. So we have this. So we have the fourth button, and it's going to have a 30 seconds delay, a 30 seconds delay. Then it's going to run with the same keyframe. So when we save this now and we load this on our web page, what we're going to have is just exactly this. So as you can see, this is what is this now. So I will beg you guys to help subscribe to my channel. If you like what I did, you can just thumbs it up and share to other people to share them out and let them see what I do, and you can help like to my videos and subscribe and let me know what you feel in the comments. So I'll see you when next I'll see you, and I'll be dropping my web series. That is, I'll be telling you how to become a web developer and how to start your career step by step. So you can just subscribe to my channel and help share the video and just keep in touch, and I'll be dropping videos steady on the web series so you can get started and kick started with your web development career. So till then, you can just follow me up on Facebook at Code with Tools and Twitter at Code with Tools, and we'll see you here and you get to talk better there. So thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Love you all.